Student, today topic is adverse drug reaction. Okay, it is the topic of third chapter. Okay, so first we want to discuss about what is meant by adverse event. Adverse event is nothing but any untoward medical occurrence. Untoward medical occurrence means any event, okay, any dangerous event or unwanted event, any untoward medical occurrence occurs in a patient's, okay, after administration of the pharmaceutical product. The product may be the tablet, capsule, injections, inhalation, suppositories, okay, anything, okay. So and which does not necessarily have the causal relationship with this treatment. Okay, whatever the medical event occur, that is not necessarily with the medical product. Okay, still you are not confining the medical treatment associated with drug. Okay, so just after administration something is happened, that is nothing but a medical event. Okay, you are not still find out the definitely the event is mainly because of the drug. Okay, maybe due to other factors also, maybe it will occur, but you may see after administration of the drug, that is called as a any adverse event. Okay, after investigation, okay, after investigation, if the event is occur only because of the drug, okay, if it is confirmed, then it's called as a adverse drug reactions. Adverse drug reaction. So adverse drug reaction is a one of the adverse event, but it has a causal relationship with effect, drug and effect. Okay, so here you know the event is mainly caused by the drug in the adverse drug reaction, but in adverse event still it is happening after it is happening after administration of drug, but not necessarily how the event is relationship with the administration of the drug. Okay, this is called as an adverse event. Okay, so if you see this picture, so adverse drug reaction is the one of the component of adverse event. Okay, so adverse drug reaction in middle is mainly because attributed to drug, but adverse event mainly associated with so many problem, maybe due to diet, maybe other factors, maybe disease, maybe genetic factors, maybe other drugs, maybe compliance, maybe environment. Okay, so you couldn't find at the time. Okay, you may go investigation, after investigation only you know that the event is, whatever event is occur is mainly because of the drug. Okay, so next is when you called the ADR is serious ADR. Okay, when you the ADR adverse reaction is a serious whenever the event, okay, whenever the event that is not untoward medical occurrence, it results into either death, or maybe it cause a life threatening problem, or it causes the patient required stay in the hospital, or maybe it prolong the prolongation of the hospitalization, okay, existing hospitalization, or it may result into any disability, okay, in the patient, or maybe it cause any defects. Okay, so whenever the below the things happen after administration of the drug, okay, it is called as a serious adverse effects. Okay, so next coming to definition of adverse drug reaction, adverse drug reactions. Okay, according to the WHO, any reactions, okay, any response, okay, to the drug, any response to a drug that is noxious and unintended. Noxious is nothing but toxic, unintended means you are not required that response. Okay, so any response to a drug that is noxious and unintended, okay, that but that occur, okay, that noxious and unintended response occur at doses which are used either for prophylactic disease, diagnosis disease, or therapy of therapy. This is called as a adverse drug reactions. So WHO define any response to a drug that is noxious and unintended. Okay, unintended means unwanted, noxious means toxic, that occurs at doses which are used for at therapeutic dose only, at doses which is used for the man for prophylaxis, diagnosis, and therapy. Okay, it's called as a adverse drug reactions. Okay, next, classification types. Okay, what are the types of adverse drug reaction? So mainly undesirable, unwanted adverse reaction mainly classified into expected, okay, undesirable effect, unexpected undesirable effect. Okay, expected means A, unexpected means B, and remaining, okay, other, okay, C, D, E. Okay, so now we are discuss about one by one. Okay, so expected type A adverse drug reaction, again they are broadly classified into side effects, secondary effects, and toxicity. Okay, unexpected adverse drug reaction, that is nothing but type B adverse reaction, broadly classified, please remember, broadly classified into allergic reaction and idiosyncratic reactions, allergic reaction and idiosyncrasy reactions. Okay, so first, okay, so these are yeah, so classification of ADR is type A, type B, type C, type D, type E. Okay, so ADR is classified from type A to type E. Okay, so what is meant by type A? Type A is nothing but predictable. Okay, type B is unpredictable or bizarre. Type C stands for chronic. Type D stands for delayed effect. Type E stands for end of the treatment. Okay, so first is uh, so type A. Okay, so type A adverse reactions, so these are called also augmented effects. Augmented is nothing but the effects of the drug is going to be increased with increasing dose, that is nothing but augmented effects. Okay, type A adverse drug reactions are going to be, okay, dose dependent. Okay, if the dose is increases, okay, the adverse severity is increases. If the dose decreases, the severity of the adverse effect is decreases. So largely they are predictable, you can predict. Okay, you can predict the type A ADR. Okay, just example atropine, so you can predict. Okay, you can predict from its pharmacological actions, it may cause constipation, may cause mydriasis. So largely type A adverse effects are predictable or maybe dose dependent. So majority of the whatever the ADR resulted in the population, okay, in the community, mostly the incidence rate associated with the type is high, but mortality is rare and very low. Okay, so the incidence rate associated with the type A ADR in the population is high. Generally whatever the ADR we may see in the population, mainly they are mainly type A. Okay, so that is incidence rate easy, but generally, okay, mortality, okay, is there, but it is very rare and very low. Okay, so that how to minimize the type A ADR, so how to minimize the ADR, so you have to reduce the dose. Okay, that is only thing. Okay, you have to stop the treatment or maybe you have to reduce the dose, automatically the type A ADR is going to be, okay, minimized. So that is nothing but type A. Okay, so type A again divided into side effects, secondary effect, and toxic effects. So side effect is nothing but it is an undesirable effect. Undesirable is whatever the effect which is not wanted to it is not wanted to you to, okay, from the drug is called as a undesirable effect, which is observed even with the therapeutic dose. Okay, so adverse side effect, generally whatever the effects which are going to be suffering, okay, even at therapeutic dose is called as a side effects. Okay, usually mild and manageable. Okay, here example is diaceclamine is a drug which is antispasmodic. When used as antispasmodic in the same condition of suffering from dryness of mouth. Okay, promethazine, it's anti-allergic, at the same time you suffer sedation. Sedation, it is not a wanted effect. Okay, so dryness of mouth is not a wanted effect. Atropine, so if it is used as a either for the asthma or maybe for the treatment of gastric ulcer, you may suffer from dryness of mouth. Okay, these are nothing but side effects. Okay, so generally type A ADR mainly resulting from its pharmacological so the ADR mainly resulting from its extension of the pharmacological actions. Okay, these are side effects. Okay, now secondary effect. Okay, these are the effects, consequences of the primary actions. Okay, secondary effect not directly responses, these are the resulting of its primary action. Example antibiotic, especially, okay, especially broad spectrum antibacterial drugs, okay, like tetracyclines. Okay, tetracyclines. Okay, so they cause, okay, super infection as a secondary effect. Okay, with the uses of tetracycline, you not only relieve the infections what you have, okay, you may get another infection, is nothing but super infection. What is super infection? Any infection which is associated with, okay, usage of drug, is associated with usage of antibiotic, is called as a super infection. Occurrence of new infection with antibiotic is called as a super infections. Okay, so development of candida, fungal infections with tetracyclines is a super infection. Okay, so immunosuppression associated with corticosteroids. Corticosteroids are okay immunosuppressive agents. Because of immunosuppressive agents, you got infection. It is super infections. Okay, this is nothing but secondary effect. Okay, antibiotic causes super infection. Corticosteroids induce superinfection. Corticosteroids induced immunosuppression. Okay, associated infection is a secondary effect. Secondary effects. Okay, next toxic effect. So this toxic effect generally so these are observed with overdoses or prolonged doses. Toxic effects are produced from overdose or prolonged dose. Okay, so they mainly resulting from the excessive pharmacological actions of the drug observed during overdose and prolonged doses. Toxic effect generally not seen at therapeutic dose. Okay, these toxic effect generally observed at overdoses or prolonged doses. Okay, these toxic effect mainly resulting from the excessive pharmacological actions of the drug because of its dose. Okay, dose effects. Okay, next so example, okay, heparin is anticoagulant. Okay, so if you use heparin in higher dose generally cause bleeding. Okay, next is atropine. So atropine overdoses cause hallucinations, delirium. So insulin is a anti-diabetic. Okay, insulin is a anti-hyperglycemic activity. Diabetic. Okay, if excessive uses of insulin generally cause hypoglycemia. This is nothing but okay type A. Okay, so type A means they are predictable, they are dose related. So these are the resulting from the pharmacological actions of the drug. Okay, so the type A dose related type A adverse effect is easily manageable. So either you have to stop the treatment or maybe you have to reduce the dose. Okay, so again type adverse effect classified into so three types. So one is side effects, one is secondary effect, third one is toxic effect. Next, coming to B. Okay, so B stands for Bizarre. Okay, B stands for Bizarre. So Bizarre is nothing but these whatever the reactions which are unexpectedly come. Okay, so these arise unexpectedly even when the drug is used in therapeutic doses. Even if the drug is used in therapeutic doses, the person getting this type of adverse effect. So especially these are not dose dependent. Okay, especially type A, type B adverse effects not dose dependent means okay even if you fraction of drug is exposed, the patient getting same magnitude effect. If the patient is exposed to higher doses, produce same magnitude of effect. Okay, the effect ADR of the ADR associated with the drug is not going to be reduced, not elevated with the stoppage of or reduction of the dose. Is nothing but so type A adverse drug reactions. Okay, so these are unpredictable. Okay, you cannot predict it. Okay, why you cannot predict it? Because these are not resulting from its pharmacological actions. If the ADR resulting pharmacological action, you can may predict. Okay, some may occur if uses of drug, but this type of adverse affections cannot be predictable. No one will identify who are going to be suffering with the type B adverse affection. Okay, but this type of adverse effects are relatively common, but type A are more common. Okay, so type B are uncommon, but if it is occur generally they are more serious. Okay, so it occur generally they cause more serious effects, sometimes it cause mortality. Okay, so that this is about the characteristics of the type B. So please remember, so type B remember, so these are the characteristic of the type B. Again, two types. Okay, so type B adverse effects are two types. One is allergic reactions. Okay, so allergic reactions and as well as idiosyncrasy reactions. Okay, so type B. Okay, so type B adverse drug reaction are classified into hypersensitive reaction, drug allergies, and okay, so next is idiosyncrasy reactions. So what is meant by so drug allergies. Okay, so drug allergies are hypersensitive reaction, so mainly resulting from the okay, over responsiveness of the our immune system against the drug. Okay, so drug allergies are hypersensitive reaction mainly resulting from, okay, mainly resulting from, okay, over responsiveness or hyper responsiveness of the our immunity system, okay, against the particular drug. Okay, it results into hypersensitive reaction. Generally hypersensitive reaction generally happen so after second exposure. Okay, they are generally they are not associated with first exposure, after second exposure. Okay, so what happened in between this gap means, okay, whenever you expose it to first time, okay, the drug initiate the development of the antibodies, okay, antibodies, so that you are going to be sensitized in first exposure. If you expose same drug with next time, okay, maybe next day or maybe next week or maybe some other time, so okay, if you admit the same drug, okay, so already whatever the formed antibodies interacting with, okay, your drug, okay, your drug is considered as an you generally drugs are, okay, they are not alive, they have the does not have the capacity to induce immune system. Okay, so but whenever its drug or its drug metabolite, okay, drug metabolite, they interacting with our tissues, host tissue. Okay, now the host tissue considered as an antigen. Okay, so the drug and its metabolites, so they are interacting with our host proteins. The host proteins, okay, they become antigenic after binding of our drug or its metabolites. Okay, now the antibodies and whatever the antibodies are already formed, they interacting with our tissue protein, they produce antigen antibody reaction which causes release of number of chemical mediators like histamine and leukotrienes. They cause, okay, so they cause the they exhibit in the manifestations of type B, okay, allergy reaction in the form of urticaria, rhinitis, pruritus, okay, bronchospasm, circulatory failure, okay, severe anaphylactic shock. Okay, these are the manifestations of uh, drug allergies or drug hypersensitive reactions. Okay, example, what are the drugs which produce this type of? Example is penicillins. Okay, penicillins causes penicillins causes hypersensitivity reactions. Okay, hypersensitivity reactions. Sulfamides causes Steven Johnson syndrome. Okay, so these are the some hypersensitivity reactions associated with the drug. Okay, so uh, next is idiosyncratic reactions. Okay, so idiosyncratic reaction mainly resulting from mainly seen in genetically determined, so this is nothing but this is mainly resulting from abnormalities of genetic compositions. Okay, it is genetically determined abnormality, it is a genetically determined abnormality, it is resulting from genetically determined abnormality, abnormal reactive, genetically determined abnormal reactivity to the drug molecules is called as idiosyncratic reaction. Okay, it is mainly because of the inherent abnormalities of the, okay, genetic composition. Allergy reaction mainly resulting from the overactivity of the immunity reactions, but idiosyncratic reaction mainly resulting from the abnormality of the genetic determines abnormality. Okay, so genetically determined abnormal reactivity to the drug molecules. Okay, again these are unpredictable, they are not dose related. Okay, so this right. Okay, so always generally these are all again minor adverse drug reactions. If they occur, they are also very dangerous. Okay, so generally whatever the reaction associated with idiosyncratic reaction, uh, so example, okay, so what are the examples? Generally you may so you may see in the example, barbiturates causes excitement and mental confusion in some individuals. Okay, aplastic anemia associated with the chloramphenicol cause aplastic anemia. So next is sulfonamides, dapsone, Primarquine cause hemolysis in glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase in patients. Succinylcholine induced succinylcholine induced apnea. Okay, these are nothing but idiosyncratic reactions. Idiosyncratic reaction generally happen only in the particular patients who are because of genetic abnormality. Okay, example, what are the example? Barbiturate generally cause sedation, but it cause excitement. Okay, so chloramphenicol is antibiotic, it cause aplastic anemia. Okay, aplastic anemia is not result of these pharmacological actions. Okay, right? So chloramphenicol. So next is sulfonamides, dapsone, primarquine. Okay, so primarquine, these three cause generally hemolysis. Okay, generally cause hemolysis in particular patients. Okay, glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase patients generally susceptible to hemolysis with sulfonamides, dapsone, and primarquine antimalarial. Okay, some one more example. Okay, succinylcholine produce succinyl induced apnea only genetically determined persons who are deficient with pseudocholinesterase enzyme. Okay, so it's a simple even this is the some examples are so type B. Okay.